In a community, cutting your carbon footprint, reducing energy, per megawatt saved, over $2 million in increased economic output, increased wages, increased jobs. Investing $1 in efficiency and renewables will give you 10 times the jobs of investing in any central station plant, whether it be coal, nuclear, gas, 10 times the jobs. So it's very nice that Papua New Guinea is going to get an LNG plant till it goes boom. How about we get Papua New Guinea efficiency and renewables? Braddock, Pennsylvania town a little to the west of here went from 20,000 people down to 2,000. Rust Belt town that was dying. The mayor said, we're not going to die, we're going to go green. They invited in renewable energy companies. They started growing organic vegetables on the vacant land. They took vacant land and started growing feedstocks for biofuels, now keeping in operation a 100-year-old third-generation oil company. Sure, oil companies can have a role in the future. Suggest it's not going to be pumping petroleum. Germany pledged to cut its emissions, growing jobs. UK. With increased state gross product by $76 billion, increased household incomes, $48 billion, create over 400,000 new jobs. There are now 20 such studies, state by state by state, showing that implementing efficiency and renewables is the way out of the recession. New book out, Green Recovery by Andrew Winston. South Korea, Green New Deal. It's just better business. We can unleash this new energy economy. If we fail to do this, says Nick Stern, this will be the greatest market failure ever in history. And answers Bill Clinton, if we succeed, it will unleash the greatest prosperity since World War II. Nuclear. Few little problems, folks. A new nuclear plant will cost you about 25 cents per kilowatt hour, Craig Severance's new numbers. Same thing with the next generation. Time to market at least 10 years. It will drive proliferation. Worried about what to do about dirty bombs. Let's worry about clean bombs. Think Iraq, Iran, North Korea, Pakistan. You really want everything you need to make a nuclear bomb to be an item of ordinary commerce? That's what you will have if you have a nuclear renaissance. Oh, we haven't figured out yet what to do about the waste, but we can talk about that. My great worry, to have a nuclear industry, you have to have a technological priesthood. Oh, yeah, and an accident anywhere in the world and you shut down the whole industry. So tell me again why it is, Mr. Nuclear Company, that if you want me as a utility executive to put my shareholders' money into one of these things? Oh, the government's going to pay for it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like nuclear power. Remotely sited, 93 million miles away, will do just fine. Delivery time 8 minutes. Supply about 5 billion years. That even exceeds coal. Study after study after study. We can meet the world's energy needs. We can go half the world's energy needs by 2050 just from renewables. This is not counting efficiency, just renewables. It is cost effective today to cut in half the amount of energy we use through efficiency. Look up. Happily, they turned some of them off. This building is littered with incandescent light bulbs. The windows are not caulked. This building. And most buildings throughout this country and every other country, the amount of efficiency to be captured, coupled with renewable energy, can meet the world's energy needs. Again, aggressive investment, half the world's energy. Slash more than $18 trillion in future fuel costs. This is the way out of the recession. It is the only way out of the recession. Distributed generation. Now, the utility folks always try to make renewables look and act like coal and nuclear, big, centralized, capital-intensive. This is not the best way to do it. And distributed generation is now growing rapidly around the world, in part because it really is the only way that you are going to meet energy needs for people in developing countries. Study in the US, we can decarbonize by 2050, 80%, which is what the scientists now say we need to do, simply using efficiency and renewables. And it works. 15 years ago in Sacramento, California, they voted to shut down the existing nuke because it didn't work very well. The utility lost 1,000 megawatts all at once. Rather than build a coal plant, a gas plant, they invested first of all in efficiency. Then in every kind of distributed generation they could lay hands on. The numbers are in. The entire region is economically healthier than had they just run the existing plant. If they ran the plant, rates were projected to go up 80%. They kept rates level over a decade. This kept in place 2,000 jobs at companies that said if the rates go up, we're leaving. They generated 880 new jobs, and the utility paid off its debt. What is not to like? Net zero homes popping up everywhere. Come visit me. I'm in the process of making the home that I bought a little while ago net zero, creating jobs in my community. And you want security? Come visit me on a cold winter day. You can do this in villages, village-scale solar technologies. Again, this is what makes sense. If you're serious about providing genuine development, clean air for women, the ability of kids to go to school. In Southern California, until the collapse, they were building a megawatt a week on roofs spread around the county. Southern California Edison, John Bryson will be here tomorrow, built a 250 megawatt power plant on roofs spread around the county at a price point eerily close, $875 million, to a coal plant that was canceled about the same time up in Montana, $800 million. We're very near grid parity, where what it actually costs you to put solar on your roof crosses what it costs you to build a coal plant. Sorry, Mr. Palmer. Masdar. You know, people say, Colorado's been saying for some time, we're going to be the Saudi Arabia of solar energy. Well, the Arabs said, excuse us, we're going to be the Saudi Arabia of solar. Abu Dhabi, building an entire city. Car-free, zero waste, passively cooled, good building design. Someone asked the question about buildings. Yeah, what you do in buildings is a great place to start. As a research center for selling these technologies throughout the region. Smart strategy. China, megawatt grid integrated on a roof in China. China is pouring money into efficiency and into renewables. And yeah, they have had plans to build a lot of nukes and to build a lot of coal plants. I don't think they're going to get built. They can't afford it. The costs are too high. The impact is too high. Chinese life expectancy is declining because of bad air. I don't think you're going to see all those built. Here's what may get built. The desert trek across North Africa, meeting the energy needs of North Africa and Europe. Now again, this is trying to make solar after the image of nuclear, big, centralized, lots of transmission lines. I'm not sure this is the way to go, but if you want to put your money into future technologies, this is an exciting one. Wind. Wind is happening. Last year around the world, we brought on 15 gigawatts of new wind. How many gigawatts of new nuclear? Did you notice? If we'd have built 15 nukes, you would have noticed. Your wallet would have noticed. Your politics would have noticed. 15 gigawatts just happened. In good sites, it's cheaper than coal. Several coal plants were canceled in this country in this last year because the Utility Commission said coal is no longer the cheap option. Oh, carbon capture, great idea. Malcolm Wilson up at University of Saskatchewan has done it. Yeah, you can do it. He said it about doubles the cost of coal. Cool.